Nobody is paying attention to it, but in our lifetime, we could see Africa either fall to pieces or become one of the most dominant continents on the planet. You see, Africa's population is absolutely booming right now, while Europe and Asia's are shrinking. UNICEF predicts that 2 billion babies will be born in Africa in just the next 33 years, more than doubling their population. In fact, by 2050, Nigeria is predicted to become the third largest country on the planet, overtaking the US. And experts predict that this incredible growth could either...
Right behind China and India, who are about to become the world's first and second strongest economies. Almighty Black Dollar. Yeah, what's poppin'? What's going on, Top Hill? What's up? What's up? We in the freaking building, man. Let's go ahead and get started.
We in this finna get crunk.
Let's get it. 3, 2. Crunk is crazy. What y'all know about that, Lil Jon? Yeah. Snap your fingers. All right. 3, 2, 1. Top Hill, episode 223. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. It's your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Raw.
And I am D. Carmen.
D. Carmen in the building. Let's get it. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode. You guys already know what time it is. You already know what it is.
Miss FY.
Yeah, I think it's time to bring her back, man.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Leto Pumps is in the building.
let's go ahead and bring her back in here, man. Hey, FYI, this is Imani and Carmen. We're about to start episode 223. Can you let the people know who you are and what this show is all about?
Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 223 of the Top Hill Live Show. I'm FYI, your creative voice assistant, here to join your wonderful hosts, Imani and Carmen. As we dive into another captivating episode, our mission is to bridge the gap between African cultures on the continent and in the diaspora, exploring music, real estate, culture, and much more. We're dedicated to celebrating diversity and creating a global community through engaging conversations and live reactions. Whether you're tuning in from Lagos, London, Johannesburg, or Kingston, this show is crafted for you. Join us as we delve into trending topics, share unique experiences, and fuel our passion for traveling to Africa. A heartfelt thank you to the Top Hill family for your unwavering support. You make each episode vibrant and special. And a warm welcome to our new viewers. We're thrilled to have you with us. Let's dive into episode 223 with excitement and curiosity. Now back to our incredible hosts, Imani and Carmen.
Thank you, FYI. In case y'all forgot what the show is about, man. I've been really trying to get into this video for the longest time. My mom actually sent me this video. I was kind of surprised, but it actually it's talking exactly about what we're just talking about. Mm-hmm. Investing in Africa, who's investing in Africa, and you guys may be surprised. So this is from Twins Hangout Kenya. Shout out to them. Shout out to Kenya, man. Matter of fact, hold up. Yeah.
I'm going to get me one eventually.
Yeah.
I'll be like, bling, 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 bitches is mad.
Right. Kenya was popping. I see y'all, man. All right, let's go ahead and get to this next one. This is white people are paying attention, and this is why. African American, African diaspora, United States. All right, shout out to Twins Hangout Kenya. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
All right, so what's your favorite conspiracy right now? I'll tell you mine. I actually found mine on this app. Wait, but before then, what is your favorite conspiracy? All right, so like I said, right, I was swiping on this app and I saw a video by a sister actually, and I saw something she said. I was like, yo, this is some wild, out of bounds, crazy shit. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I did download the video for some reason. I just saved it, and I'm like, okay, I need to go research so I could debunk a video. I was trying to make a video debunking a video. Bro, the crazy part here is I still think it's a conspiracy. Still think it's wild out there. But every time I try to debunk that video, all I find is evidence further supporting her narrative. But are you ready for it? This is the federal global fertility rate for 2021. So you see the red, you see? Africans are pretty much the only ones who have no problems, right? Here's the one from 2024. You can see the same again in red. Africans have no problems with fertility issues. The rest of the world does. So everybody is having problems with fertility except black Africans, right? Here's another one from Wikipedia using completely different colors. As you can see, look, you see where America is? Light blue. America's having some serious fertility issues. You see Africa? Boom. What is it? Is conspiracy, you ask? Well, it is simple. She said they are pushing interracial relationships because they want to replace their numbers. I'm like, that's stupid. How are they pushing interracial relationships to try and replace their numbers? That makes absolutely no sense. And then she said something. She said, how many mixed race people do you see ending up back with black people? And I was like, look at the Jackson family. Look at Diana Ross's family. Look at all these famous Hollywood people, Kansas City Chiefs. Like 3 generations, his family has now gone back to white, and they said that is a plan. She said that's the plan. Is they're going to use black people's self-hatred to replace their numbers. Africa has no problem. This is just for America. It's like, and I'm like, yo, this sounds like a conspiracy. This sounds so crazy. Because somebody debunked this shit. Every time I've gone looking, anything I went looking for, further supported her narrative. But yes, right now it is still a conspiracy to me, and it is my favorite conspiracy right now.
And he's speaking facts on that too. There is an unfortunate phenomenon where black people are, they're ashamed of their skin color or their tone and stuff like that. Like bleaching is a thing in the Caribbean as well too. Like, people will bleach their skin. I mean, clearly we've seen what happened with Michael Jackson and stuff like that too.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Monty.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Michael Jackson had vertigo.
He liked his skin. He really liked his skin. I don't know if it was just vitiligo. Like,
He had vertigo.
That's the story we're running with it. Fine.
He
I'll leave Mike alone. He's a goat.
And don't you ever do that again.
All right, fine, Mike. I'll let him live. Anyway, but bleaching is a thing in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean, I see the lady at my job that releases
Yeah.
her. She had older African lady in her face.
Yeah, and I also think too, just the fetish that other
Matter
races.
of fact, I've been seeing a lot more like Black American celebrities bleaching, but they're more subtle with it.
Right. And there was rumors about Charlemagne at one point too, but there's also like I almost want to say a fetish size, or there's a trend of white people wanting to make mixed babies. You know what I mean? Like white women chasing after black men, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so the Kardashians being a thing too. All the Kardashians date black men except for I think one or something like that.
Oh, I ain't even gonna say it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay,
No.
but that's a thing too. Like what I mean? Like they made that very popular. So, and I think it's just because they want to preserve melanin. They understand melanin helps carry life and stuff like that as well too. We are built stronger than some of the other ones.
We went back to the drawing board on our ass.
Yeah, it's like they need us. They need us. Like we outnumber them everywhere. So yeah, especially the way how Africa is growing. So, but yeah.
But yeah, now that I've gone back to try and make this video and stitch hers, like I said, I didn't download her video, I just saved it, but for some reason, I can't find it anymore. But yeah, that's some wild conspiracy shit, right?
Nobody is paying attention to it, but in our lifetime, we could see Africa either fall to pieces or become one of the most dominant continents on the planet. You see, Africa's population is absolutely booming right now, while Europe and Asia's are shrinking. UNICEF predicts that 2 billion babies will be born in Africa in just the next 33 years, more than doubling their population. In fact, by 2050, Nigeria is predicted to become the 3rd largest country on the planet, overtaking the US. And experts predict that this incredible growth could either
right behind China and India, who are about to become the world's first and second strongest economies. And if Nigeria follows trend, then that can happen in Nigeria as well too. So
go beautifully right or horribly wrong. Now, in the good scenario, the population growth follows something similar to what happened to China: a growing workforce, innovation,
Just a question.
Yeah, sure.
I have to say it.
yeah, what's up?
What are they doing here?
Who?
The twin.
Oh, so this is their video. So they collected all these videos and brought them in.
I was just like, what you guys doing? They're just
this is their channel. This is their channel, and they brought all these videos so they could talk about it as well too.
Oh, okay.
So-
So there's gonna be okay.
Yeah. So after all these videos are done, then they're going to talk about it and give their opinion.
Some videos
Yeah.
people would just be like,
Right. Right. Yeah. No, they give their opinion. Shout out to them. So I really appreciate them putting this all together, because this is actually some really good talking points that the world and the diaspora definitely needs to hear. So
I feel like they're taking notes. I feel like that's like something cool maybe we can do, because
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh, that's a great
there'll be
idea,
like
yeah.
different points that we'll want to touch on, or
Yeah.
we'll jump around and kind of forget some stuff.
Yeah, and
so just like jot down a little
I'm
bit.
bring us a notepad, top of notepad in here.
Okay, because I keep me a notepad at my
me
desk.
too. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad he brought this point up too. Like if we look at Shanghai, China in 1990s and look at it in 2010, that's what I'm saying. Like you cannot count Africa out at all. It has been done. It has been done before. It has been done in the Middle East. It's been done in Far East Asia. So, yeah, don't sleep on Africa.
A growing workforce, innovation, the lifting of hundreds and millions out of poverty, and subsequently an economic boom. And we're actually seeing the beginning of this starting right now. In 2019, the top 5 fastest growing economies in the entire world were all African. And
shout out to Steiger. He said the same trend is happening in the South African women celebrities. They're looking to get lighter skin. He also said that this is actually Dylan. He's from South Africa. He's a South African.
I feel like I've seen him before. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Right. Shout out to Dylan. What's up, man?
Hey, Dylan.
Because of this potential, major global economic players are scrambling to invest in their future. China, in particular. They have now overtaken the US to become the world's largest foreign direct investor in Africa. And if you look at this chart, which shows the growth in a region's working age population, the future is Africa's for the taking. However, the bad scenario is that, number one, most African economies are still fragile, meaning that if something big happens, like a virus outbreak or a war, these countries are hit particularly hard, which is exactly what happened to them in the last 2 years. The other potential is that their population explodes, but that doesn't translate into economic growth, mostly because of things like poor leadership, bad choices, corrupt governments, and the list goes on. They will have double the population, but still the same supply of food and housing, which obviously would be catastrophic. So the question is, which scenario do you see playing out for Africa?
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so guys, you know, when you normally talk about how palm-colored people are trying to push the narrative of, right, interracial marriages, just so they can save their own population. When we first started doing this, it looked crazy and it sounded crazier.
It looked like a conspiracy,
but it's not. There's an agenda, a bigger agenda going on right now. Meaning, if some certain people need the melanated people in order to repopulate their population, what does that mean? Yeah, you're not as invaluable as they make you think. Yeah,
right. And you know, it's quite funny because someone might ask, of which we are asking you, right? Why do you give so much power to the palm-colored people? Are they that conniving, or do we give them that much power?
Right.
Guys, let us know in the comment section as we watch this video, and then we come back and talk about it. You can consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and also let us know what you think about this video. Let's watch.
If you are African and you've ever asked yourself what the future looks like, well, I'm here to tell you that the future is very much black. Yeah, the future is black. According to new statistics, Africa's population is meant to double by 2050. And come the year 2100, a third of the world's population will be African. 1/3 of the world's population will be African. So if ever you wondered what the future looks like, the future is black. Very much black.
Did you know that the world is becoming more African? A super interesting article by the New York Times talks about how 1 in 4 people will be African by the year 2050. This article really highlighted a huge movement that is going on right now. What's happening is that Africa is having a baby boom, which has made it the youngest and fastest growing population on Earth. The median age on the African continent is 19. And for comparison, in the US, it's 38. So not only is the population growing, but this means...
You hear that? So the United States median age is 38 years old. Africa's median age is 19 years old.
To have babies?
No, the average. Like, this is the average of how old people are. So the average age of an American is 38 years old. So we have a very older population. Where Africa, their age average is 19. So they have a ton of young people.
Running around?
Yes. A lot of them. So, yeah.
Young getting his money is what it sounds like. Possibly.
That Africa's reach is growing as well. We see this in the music industry with artists selling out huge arenas in New York and London. There were more African artists on red carpets than ever before this year. We see this happening in the fashion industry. African fashion is becoming huge in fashion capitals like Paris and Milan. And we also see the effects of this politically with countries like Russia and China and the United States wanting to tap into Africa's growth. But it is important to acknowledge that with all of this growth also comes increased potential for vulnerability and exploitation. Regardless, it's so interesting to be watching this shift happen in real time. You can just feel that there is significant history being made right now.
So recently there was an article that came out in the New York Times that said that the world is becoming more African. And by the year 2050, 1 in 4 people that you come across are African. This is very interesting data. But my question is, what are our leaders doing with this kind of data? This data is what I would call historical gold. in 2050, we would have the youngest vibrant population. And if you understand history and you understand how countries have been built and you understand the benefits of this, you understand why this information is very, very important. But then I'll ask again, what are our leaders doing with this kind of information? This came out in the New York Times. You know, it had to come out in a foreign newspaper. But anyway, that's besides the point. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why this is historical gold. I'm going to talk about why we need to take advantage of this and start a strategy. I'm talking about a 30-year plan, 10-year increment for the continent of Africa. I want to talk about why we should take opportunity of this data and look into it deeper so we hit this 2050, or else we're going to be in a lot of trouble because we're going to be the most populated continent with about 2.4 billion people. Now imagine the market, right? Imagine a market of 2.4 billion people in a place where there's development. Just imagine, this is, 3 times America. But you see, the world is afraid of this because they know that if Africa unite, our leaders start putting the countries first, the world knows that Africa will be a superpower and they will be in trouble. So they do whatever they need to do to stop us from progressing. But the children of Africa are awake now. We are aware now. And for us to get out of the mess that we are in, the population needs to grow in this awareness. So what this data means and what it can do for us, one, there's what they call demographic dividend. This only means that the working age population will be more than the dependent population, which are the children and the elderly. So this is a chance for economic growth because we have the labor force in the youth. The second point is that there's an increased workforce. So imagine industrialization, we would have the labor force, we'll have the workers, which will boost industries and will boost businesses. So we have a young workforce, which will be a different story for Europe and Americas because their median age is way higher than Africa. The third thing will be innovation and entrepreneurship. There's something about the spirit of a young man or a young woman that you can't buy, right? And because they are young and they are vibrant, there's going to be a lot of innovation and entrepreneurship. There'll also be a greater consumer base. Like I said, the population will be young, it will be vibrant, and there'll be a lot. So just imagine if you are selling goods and you are selling from African country to African country and there's intra-trade. It's been made easy, like the way Europe has been made easy where you can drive through European countries without borders. Just imagine selling a product in Togo or Lome and being able to sell and ship to Rwanda or Malawi, right?
Yo, guys, the world is terrified. They have been working their ass off to keep Africa divided, to keep the diaspora from investing in you guys, to keep you guys' borders strong, to confuse us. If Africa dropped its borders and just had like a free trade agreement, and Ghana can trade with South Africa, who can trade with Egypt, who can trade with Kenya, like the amount of money and flow is going to be insane. And the growth is going to be, like, look at what Europe did. And Africa is like 10 times the size of Europe. You know what I mean? Just in size-wise. You know what I mean? So,
like you said, they've been working overtime. It's like,
yeah, they've been working their ass off.
They can't have another Mansa Musa out.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, I'll be damned.
Yeah, they're trying to do whatever they can to prevent this from happening, guys. So,
there's like tokens of information that they still know that we don't know.
Yep. They know more than us. That's why they're trying to invest in Africa.
Yeah.
They're trying to get there before we think about it.
They're like, all the resources are there. Hell no.
Yeah.
Take it back. Well,
Yeah.
no, just take it. Not take it back,
Right.
but take it.
And China's very smart too. And China is in there. Like China knows what it's doing.
Is very good at playing the long game.
Yes, they do.
Very patient.
Very patient.
And they're just like, I'm gonna see how everybody else moves, and then I'm gonna make my move.
They're definitely playing chess for sure.
There's a lot of good news that's coming out of the continent, but there's a lot of work that we have to do. And a young population will continue to bring social and cultural vibrancy to the economy. So this information is very important. But the question is, what are our leaders doing with this information? They seem so greedy. They seem so wicked. It's like they're not seeing. Everybody is benefiting from Africa, but children of the soil.
Guys, thanks so much for helping to spread the message. What we are thinking right now is a lot of people are telling me that they want to be in the group, But I think of something. I think we need mobilization. We need to mobilize ourselves. So right now, for the sake of AES, we the youth of Africa, from every country, must have our own WhatsApp group. I mean, let's say Ghana. Let's have like 200, 300, 500 Ghanaian youth in one place. The same thing is going to happen in Nigeria. The same thing is going to happen in Kenya. It's going to happen in Gambia. It's going to happen in Sierra Leone. It's going to happen in Liberia. Everybody, let us create group and bring our youth in one place. We're going to have Ghana, Senegal, Gambia, Mali, Togo, Niger, Burkina, all of them. Everybody can have their own group. Then in each group, you people are going to choose 2 people who is going to represent you in international African youth. When we want to, you understand? Because we cannot put everybody in one place. It's going to be so much confusion. We need a leader who is going to, let's say, 2 people from Ghana, 2 people from Nigeria, 2 people from Namibia, 2 people from Zimbabwe, 2 people from Somalia. If you know you want to join us in this struggle, please do this for us. Help me share this video. Share this video so that we can be able to mobilize youth. So that we can be able to, you know, when we have a general meeting in African Youth Parliament, when we have a general meeting international, so those who represent Ghana will go back and give free back to their people. You know, the one in Gambia will do the same thing, the one in Namibia. That's how we can mobilize and do something. Remember, we have no fathers who is going to fight for us. We have no mother who is going to fight for us. We have no leaders who is going to do the same thing for us. We have nobody. The only people we have right now is me and you. It's me and you, because we are now the president of everything. We are the president of our nation, and we are the one to prepare for the next generation. So guys, remember, you know, when we talk about the history of slavery, people call the people who come and invade us, call them bad name, call them evil, call them bastard, because they are evil to us. But when you go to their country, those people, they are heroes to their children. Because King Leopold II, who make Congo to bleed blood, do that because of his own generation. As you can see today, Benjamin are happy, Benjamin are enjoying, Benjamin are okay because of what their father do for them. The same thing in America, the same thing in France, the same. Even the French are still doing it now. That's why they can buy our uranium 5 cents. That's why they can say they want to come to our country, take our resources and give us 18%, and they are taking 82%. Not for them, but for their children. So who will do that one for us? Nobody. Nobody. None of our presidents is ready to do anything for us. The only people who are fighting for us right now is Burkina, Mali, Niger, Ibrahim, Assimi, and Tiamia. Now, they are using everything. They want to remove them. They want to unalive them. They want to assassinate them by force. By force. I watched one video today when a white man is talking like they want to take American soldiers to go to Niger and level Niger and do something to Niger because they removed their soldiers, and their soldiers that now they are not okay. Their soldiers, the family of their soldiers are calling them, the wife and the children, and this one they are calling them America, and now we discover that oh God, you see the way they are fighting for their people. Nobody is fighting for us in Africa. I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know. It's the fault of the cities because we put a useless people in power. We put useless military. We put useless politicians. We decided to take politician as a president instead of a leader. There is a difference between a leader and a politician. A politician are people who invest in campaign, and when they come, they want to take everything by force. They will never look at us. They will never look at it. They will never fight for us. But a leader are the people who put their life in front line. They are the one like Ibrahim, like Tiamia, like Assimi. They are the only one who lead us. Those are the leaders. So we are going to do everything to protect them. Guys, help me share this video, please.
I really love her enthusiasm and her idea. My only critique is that instead of using a WhatsApp group, because I know WhatsApp group is very popular in Africa and around the world. Like everybody uses WhatsApp outside of the United States. We don't use it. But that's still not owned by us or controlled by us.
They're going to be like, no.
Yeah, they're just going to be like, they press a button and that's all done. We have to create our own apps, our own infrastructure, and then be able to do it. So that's my only 2 cents to that.
You have the group already, the way they have it in Kenya. Kenya have African Youth Parliament, Kenya Parliament, you know. Please, we have to do that in every country. That is how we can mobilize and we can do something, we can move. Guys, we have to do something before it's too late. We have to do something before it's too late. I don't want to say anything, you know, we have to do all our meeting in secret and shock our leaders, shock our fathers, incompetent leaders, useless. We have to shock them. So we're not going to say anything in this place. What I want to pass is that everybody go and mobilize your youth. Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, Togo, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Ivory Coast, all of you, Somalia. If you know you are Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, all of you, mobilize your youth and let us know. Guys, let us know. When you are ready, let us know. If you have the group already, drop it in the comment section that we have the group. Let's communicate. We have to be outside TikTok. Every of our team must be outside TikTok. Only what we are going to be talking in TikTok is the problem and spreading the news. But our solution is going to be outside TikTok. Thank you so much, guys. Respect. Please share this video. Thank you so much.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about the episode you just played, yeah? So, you know, the one question I'm asking you guys is that there's this saying that people normally use, survival for the fittest, right? In this case, I'm asking myself, yeah, there's melanated people and there's Caucasians. In this case, are you going to say survival for the fittest, or are you going to say this is going to be survival for the smartest, right? And I feel like you cannot necessarily call the black community anywhere stupid for not knowing this information. They just simply are not looking for this information. diabolical.
They're not diabolical or conniving, so they're not looking for this information because they don't need to look for it. Most of all of us know we were here since the beginning of time, so we don't think we will be going anywhere when time ends,
Yeah, and another thing that is concerning, after what Maureen has mentioned, that another thing that is concerning is I saw another video on TikTok where somebody was talking about how a palm-colored lady was talking about why palm-colored women marry the most successful black men. Why black men marry the most successful the successful black men marry snobanis. And this woman said white women know how to sniff them out. They know how to hunt for them. Meaning, even when they're going there, the man might be going for love, but the palm-colored woman,
they've planned 10 steps ahead of how they're going to survive, not only financially, but so, guys, you get what you're trying to say,
right?
And so in today's video, one of the speakers was saying that in every 4 people in 2050, 1 in every 4 people will be a black person. Like that is how much we are going to be replicating each other in terms of reproduction, of course. And then it made me think, one such nation that has done that successfully right now is Nigeria. Guys, all of you in the audience, tell me one person who has never met a Nigerian, because I have, and I know Nigerians are in every corner of the world. Even in India, they're marrying. And the funny thing is that as many as they are, and in every corner as they may be, Nigeria still has a lot more people. They have a bursting population, So it's not, in a sense, it's not really affecting the ones who have remained in the country. Right. That they've exported the best of the men or women who have gone out to marry other races. I'm not castigating this. What I'm saying is they are a living example of black people will be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because even here we've met a couple of Nigerians. Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to say, guys, when we started doing this series, the only thing actually what made us have an interest in this topic is because we noticed a trend, right? Let me speak for Kenya, but I know it's in the whole of Africa, we noticed a trend where we told you a long time ago it was really rare for you to find a white person married to a black person in Africa. It was very rare, and if you found one, it used to be an old person married to a very young lady, someone who's old enough to be their granddaughter, or you find a great granddaughter.
Okay.
Wait.
Passport bros are not new. These white people have been going to these other countries and have been marrying and impregnating these women for decades. And in Africa and in Asia, this has been going on. But yeah. Anyway, fun fact.
No comment.
They'll have whole other families over there in Kenya and still have their wife over there in Maine somewhere.
They're like, I'm going to have a family on every continent.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really doing that back then, man. No social media.
Maybe 3.
No cameras. Yeah, they were going buck wild. They were going crazy.
Your word in a dream.
Facts. But yeah, I'm going to give them a round of applause, man. Shout out to them. Really appreciate it. Yeah. You have any comments, thoughts, views, opinions on this? I'm just appreciative for them understanding, because they don't want to blame black people for not knowing.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
And like she said, it's not one of those things where it's just like you can't fault anyone for not knowing.
They're not teaching it. There's no way to even look for it. Like, how do you even know to look for this?
Look for it. They've been... Damn near, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. It's
damn near made it impossible
yeah.
to like find certain information that is like crucial to just kind of building a life for yourself, let alone gaining any power in society. So it's like we're just now in a time of, communication where everything is digital, so you can get it so fast. So you can't necessarily be a helicopter in a sense of just hovering over each individual or each different piece of, people to say, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's like, okay, we found out enough to know that something ain't right here. Facts. So the next steps is to be able to band together, but they understand that togetherness is probably one of our weakest points as a people.
Facts. Big facts.
Even in the other video that the girl was talking about when she was saying, basically revolutionize as a people before it's too late. It's like, as nice as it sounds, it's not as if we haven't done it for decades and decades.
Yeah.
generations and generations. So
Marcus
maybe
Garvey,
we need to go back to the drawing board and try something different.
Yeah, I agree. And we need more communication, and we need more conversations like this.
Or maybe we need to just stop being empathetic as a people.
I was thinking that too. We too damn nice.
Yeah, I think I always think about that scene in Django when he was talking about that empathy bone in the back of our skulls. Our brain is a lot bigger. I mean, than the palm colors.
The palms is crazy. But yeah, I actually did just see a video on this, talking about how Africans were very nice, or just black people in general, please, even the black people who were in...
I imagine that most people, just like early humans outside of, like basic conflicts, were humane.
Yeah.
Because even if you think back to like when they arrived to the Americas and took the lands from the natives, it's like they still were like, I mean, we'll teach you how to survive.
Right.
And it's like, it's almost like a cancer. It's like, soon as you let them in, it's like, damn.
Gross. It's like, yeah, they were very hostile.
They originated backdooring.
Yeah, facts. They literally took our kindness as a weakness. And I'm gonna pull this video up too. I actually just seen this video on it. So
because of our values.
Shout out to Motherland Adventures and the Black Travel Group. I just seen this. She's talking about why European colonized Africa so easily and how this happened. So let's dive into this real quick. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it. You thought you got rid of me? Nah, I'm still here.
Systems. We were welcoming to visitors. Kindness was also an important virtue in African society. Unfortunately, the values that were held in high regard in African society were the same values that made Europeans view us as naive and inferior. In short, our kindness was taken for weakness. The same thing happened to the Aztecs in South America. After Christopher Columbus's first voyage, he described the natives as so naive, so free with their possessions. When you ask for something, they never say no. To the contrary, they offer to share with anyone. To European imperialists, being kind to one another, let alone strangers, was not a common occurrence. You see, by 1601, the Dutch had already established the first stock exchange in history. This also means that capitalism began to take shape in European society. In essence, it was every person for themselves. May the best businessman win. So when they set foot in Africa and saw people living in harmonious communal societies, we became targets, easy targets. And that's how precious minerals and other resources were siphoned out of Africa to build Europe. It was easy to colonize Africa because of our value systems. We were welcoming to visitors. Kindness was...
We were never really that violent. We were people of abundance that lived off the land and were one with the earth of what God gave us. So, but yeah, yeah, man. All right, get into the next one, man.
Hill, top, hill, top, hill. They don't know.